Oh, glad you weren't rolling already.
Can you hear me? I can't hear myself, though.
I can hear you great.
Can you turn my volume up somehow? Is there a knob I'm missing?
For those of you just tuning in, welcome back. Sam Littlefield.
Are we live?
We're live.
Brandon, are we live? I can't hear myself.
We were talking.
I don't know.
What's your name? Roop's. He's getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah. Welcome to Little Talks, March 28th. This is a Tuesday. Normally we do it Wednesday. Today's Tuesday because Sam's traveling tomorrow.
It's going to be a great day.
I thought it was because my birthday's tomorrow and you were going to give me the day off.
Dude, you're already teasing your birthday. I was going to do this huge, crazy, cool thing. That's okay.
Well, you can still do it. I had that podcast circled. I was like, oh, it's going to be a good way to celebrate 50 is with a podcast.
Okay, I'm just going to go straight into it. Guys, tomorrow, the Roopster turns 50. The big 5-0. By the way, you don't even look anywhere close to 50. If you come in clean shaven, you look 35. You're going to look.
That's the goal. I'll do that. That'll probably happen.
The big 5-0 is on Wednesday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hate to be out, but I will be. I'm going to miss celebrating Roop. We obviously have a lot of great things going on here at the agency for the Roopster. Roop, walk them through it. What does your desk area look like right now?
Yeah, so I was out.
It is decked out.
First off, I was going to apologize for last week. I was out sick. And I'm still, you can probably hear a little bit of it in my voice.
And on his nose.
And
for
on
those watching
yeah,
the video.
Sorry about this thing. We're going to fix it in post. We have a professional editor now. We're supposed to have makeup. But anyhow, yeah, I was out last week, so we didn't get to do the podcast. And I feel better, but I still sound a little bit out. But I came in Monday morning. I did not expect it. I thought, well, they'll probably, because I'm here when we do other people's birthdays. And Sarah.
The normal happy birthday
Yeah,
song.
It's a nice little happy birthday banner that goes up, and there's maybe some balloons, or if you're a lady, you get some flowers. Dudes don't get anything.
Do the ladies get flowers?
I think so.
And we dudes don't get anything? Well, remember, you get a birthday card from the agency.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, you get $150 this year. That's big time.
I know. My age is starting to cost the agency.
That's a good. Noted. Julie Evans, take note.
Noted. Cap that at 50. Anyhow, yeah, I came in and I thought, I'd probably see those things on Wednesday, but they had done them, I guess, Friday. So when I came in, it was a real explosion. Katie Kite and Sarah Kettner had done a hell of a job. I was quite shocked with the streamers, the number of balloons.
What was your happy birthday
Probably
sign
75 to 100 photos taped all over the wall and my desk. There's little mini monies that they bought. These little bitty
monies, yeah.
Yeah, little bitty dollars that are these little fake dollars that are hidden. And I started to look for them yesterday, and Sarah said, no, we want you to kind of just discover them organically over the course of the next year. And I thought, okay, that's a good idea. I like that.
Sarah and Katie did so well.
They really did. I had a giant chocolate muffin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saved that till the end of the day.
We need to take a picture of, honestly, you should just be the subject this for our header image this week at your desk.
Well, we have a lot of birthdays.
We have a lot of birthdays. Speaking of, the one and only, producer, Brandon Bergen, just had his birthday on Sunday. Yeah.
He's not 50.
Brandon, happy birthday.
Brandon, What Brandon turned? 35?
You guys can't see him. We got the thumbs up. I bet Brandon's probably, I'm going to say 36.
He won't.
No comment.
He's not. Yeah, we don't know.
39.
Brandon feels pretty ageless to me too,
dang.
though.
Holy cow!
Like and when you say I don't,
he seemed a little upset. He might be 35. I think you're right. Oh, did I hear?
Oh no, it was a bigger number.
But
but I think the number we gave is pretty accurate.
Yeah, I like it. So Brandon, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Brandon!
Also, in the relation of the Roops, Roop.
Yeah. So my 50th birthday is Wednesday, March 29th. Tomorrow, and every year I share that birthday with my mother, whose birthday is also March 29th.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm not going to say how old she is, but
what are the odds?
Yeah, I know.
1 in 365, right?
I guess that would be the math. But yeah, happy birthday, happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday!
We're going to go have a little brunch Saturday morning.
I love that.
Yep.
Where?
I don't know. Someplace over in South Tulsa where she lives. She picks.
On the we'll add one more birthday in there. My son Matthew turned 2 Sundays ago.
Yes.
I cannot believe he's 2. I remember when he turned 1. I remember when he was born. And it is flying. Tara's 6 weeks away from giving birth to our daughter, and that's mind-blowing. I feel like she just told me she was pregnant. I mean, it's pretty...
Life comes at you pretty fast, Sam.
Comes at us fast. I was just talking to someone about it on the last call. It's unbelievable, but... Our son, we love him so much, and he's had a heck of a day, and he kind of got, this was his first year, obviously, kind of understanding presents. And I don't think he knew it was his birthday, but we said happy birthday 1,000 times, but boy, he loved presents.
Sam, what does he call them?
Surprise. Dad is surprised? I go, yeah, buddy. And Tara and I actually had a good night. So we had his birthday party the Saturday before, March 18th. Family came. It was great, good time. Kids played in the house. Wasn't the greatest weather, colder. But on Sunday, we had the gifts that we had gotten him. And instead of giving them to him all at once, we kind of spread them out throughout the day.
That's a great idea.
So he woke up from his nap, and usually he's a little cranky. And Matt, you want another birthday present? Supplies? Yeah, another supplies. And he just jumped out of it. Oh, it was awesome. It's just the biggest blessing. So
this is how I want my birthday presents to be from now on: is surprises.
Yes,
scattered through the day.
Yes, that is great. Yeah. That is wonderful. Roop, even though I won't be here tomorrow, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it.
You do not look 50.
Thank you very much.
I think I look older than you son of a gun. Hey, I had a pretty cool 2 weeks ago. Again, we didn't podcast last week because Roop wasn't feeling that great. We were in Vegas for Ditch Witch's biggest trade show. It happens every 3 years, called Con Expo, and had a remarkable time. Oh my gosh, the team was awesome. The energy. We created this immersive VR experience where you can actually drive the Super Witch. And for those that do not know what the Super Witch is, it's a tricked out trencher, and it's been part of the Ditch Witch history for a long time.
Think Bigfoot, the big monster truck.
Yeah, but think monster truck. And we created this really cool experience partnering with medics down in Houston. They've got a Tulsa presence here as well. And my goodness, I knew it was going to be cool, but it blew people's minds.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the I talked to Sean Hubbard late last week, and he goes, we have created a good problem, and that is in the sense of the demand internally on the dealership side. There's some massive, I won't name them, but pubs that are reaching out, and they're like, what? Tell us more. And it's so cool. It was wild. I was there Tuesday through Friday, and we worked it, man, but we had a great time, and the Ditch Witch crew just made us feel right at home, and so we thank you for a wonderful trade show, and congratulations to Sean and the Ditch Witch team on a great trade show.
It can't be easy to stand out at a show that huge, and it sounds like
this show's miles. You could set out on foot starting at the beginning of the week and maybe not see everything. It's massive, and the demand for this experience and the intrigue and the families and the people that didn't think that they would even like VR. It was really neat, man. So, and Sean Hubbard is a good friend of mine, and he carried a flag there, and he deserves a lot of credit. So, Sean, if you're listening to this, we are super proud of you, and we're really excited because this is just the beginning. There's some cool things to come for Ditch Witch with this meta virtual reality experience.
It was built to expand.
It's built to expand. Yeah. That's right. We'll leave it there.
What's the
last thing?
One more thing before we do this week's digital trend, which will be probably a little smaller than normal, a little shorter than normal, but that's okay. It's exciting. 2 weeks ago, which maybe 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Math's kind of off. Brandon and I, with the help of Sarah's always mixed up in shenanigans, and it doesn't matter if it's birthdays or podcast rooms, but we did some work on the podcast room, which you might see if you're watching it. You might see some of it.
So I know, okay, I don't know you can with this, not up above.
No. So out of frame, what you're not seeing is a new soundproof curtain that we installed on one end of the.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, and it goes apart so people can still use this room for just coming in to have meetings or do work or whatever.
Sarah brought a steaming. What is it, Brandon?
Did she do the steaming? I wasn't here for that.
She steamrolled the curtains.
Incredible.
It looks amazing.
Incredible. So we have curtains down here. We have, and I don't know if this one's going to stay. Maybe we have a big soundproof blanket over here. We have battery-operated overhead lights now, so we don't have the giant stands and the cables hanging around. We have soundproof coasters.
I've sat my coffee down multiple times.
I'm drinking water today, but me too, and that's because we got in trouble for our last podcast.
Well, I got in trouble. Let's be honest. I got in trouble.
I think I did it a couple times. And then we also have a new mic set up. We figured out which direction to point the mics, which is a big plus when you're doing podcasts.
Brandon's going to get mad at me, but if I turn this around.
We have, Sarah did this too, we have Littlefield logos on the mics. And for the first time in the history of the podcast, me, you, and the producer all have headphones so we can hear what we're what we're saying, what our levels are.
This is a legit operation.
We've gotten there.
We've made it.
Yeah.
We have made it.
I think so.
So, Brandon, thank you. Roop, thank you. Sarah Kettner, God bless you.
Tip of the hat.
Tip of the hat. Well, we'll dive in here. We know you're eager to dive into some digital trends again. We had a lot of catching up to do because we took last week off.
Yeah.
Probably the only week off that we will take this year.
Well, I don't want to be sick again.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst.
And it's nice to see you got a little more color in your face today. Roop was rough yesterday. We had a pitch yesterday, which we're hoping to hear back this week. And we're doing final prep for it. And I look at Roop and I was like, buddy.
I know. Yeah, I was like,
you got to bring the energy.
Did I?
And so he did some freaking power poses that were awesome. And all of a sudden, this gorilla man is screaming and he's going nuts. But you brought the energy.
Yeah.
Honestly, you vibed really well.
It helps. Well. It helps.
Okay, Digital Trend 1, my friend, take it away.
Okay, so I'm putting together, by the way, digital trends for April. You'll get next Monday,
because April 1st is on Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not sending those to you on Saturday. Those will get deleted on Monday, probably around 10 a.m. Central.
Something like that. Yeah, it'll go out Monday, and you'll have the new ones. And there's a little preview. That's the stuff we're going to talk about today. It's once again AI related. There's been a lot of movement in the world of AI, in particular with Google's Bard. So Google kind of infamously,
the latest and greatest.
Yeah, Google infamously in January when we I think we talked about this in one of our first podcasts back. They had all hands on deck. How are we going to handle the Chat GPT, the AI invasion of the internet and people's imaginations? What are we going to do to integrate it? And they kind of got everyone together and said, we don't want to roll anything out too fast. We don't want to make that mistake. It has to be good and it has to be right.
And give us
it took them a week to say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and get to work on that. And so they did finally roll it out. It's called Bard.
B-A-R-D.
Yeah, it's like Shakespeare. Yeah. I think is where they're getting.
Honestly, when I first heard it, I thought barge, like ship.
Oh, like a ship. I immediately thought, I think they're referring to like Shakespeare and probably the concept. You always hear that saying about like you put 100 monkeys in a room with a typewriter, they'd eventually write. Yeah. So I think that's where they're getting it from, but. They rolled it out in a beta a week or two ago. I got into the beta immediately. I know Kelly Hubble got in. And we were able to play with it a little bit.
Good.
I didn't ask it the question that we're about to talk about, though. So, Bard started rolling out, and as of listening to this, you can probably just sign up and get right in, unless they've pulled back a little. They released it. It's out there. You can access it. What kind of got them though was right out of the gate it was asked about the first photo of the universe or something of our universe that was ever taken, and it gave the wrong answer.
Yeah, I'm going to read this to you. This is interesting. The headline is, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet, folks."
Or on Bard.
What new discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope can I tell my 9-year-old about? So that's the question that was generated for Bard.
And this was a reporter, I think, was writing an article about Bard rolling out and wanted to see how this would work.
That's the query, right? In response, Bard offers 3 suggestions. And one of the suggestions is the telescope has documented galaxies 13 billion years old, took the first picture of exoplanets and all this stuff. And here's the telescope that it was used. And anyway, it goes on to say that all the way back in 2004, this was the Hubble Space Telescope. It gave the wrong space telescope.
Yeah, and I probably would have been fooled on that answer myself, but smarter
James
people on
Webb
the internet,
versus Hubble.
Smarter on the internet said no. And because as a result of this article and Bard missing what was perceived to be a pretty simple response, in fact, Google search results probably gave you the right response. It cost them $100 billion in market value. So that original meeting they had where they said, we want to do this right and roll it out slow and do it correctly, that guy was probably onto something. But what's brutal, I think, for Google right now, and they're going to get this.
Go.
They'll get it fixed.
Fine.
It'll be fine. But what's kind of brutal for them right now is while they're stumbling to get accuracy, which, to be fair, most of the chat AIs out there have some accuracy issues, right? But they're not called Google. So people expected more out of them. What I think is interesting and what you're going to read about in Monday's Little Bits is how Microsoft is becoming a huge player in this space right now.
They integrated this Microsoft, man.
In a big way.
I'm impressed.
Downloads for Bing, the Bing app, increased, I think it was 7 or 10% last month.
It's unbelievable.
Downloads for the Google app decreased 2%.
And think about the last 10 years, right? It's just been Google.
Now, listen, Google's still the king of the mountain.
Of course. Bing has a small presence, but that's big
Microsoft
time.
Must see a little, opening here because they're all full steam ahead. They've got the AI integrated into Bing. They're rolling it out into the Edge browser where you can use it for image searches, and they're going past just the kind of like let's talk to you thing. They're figuring out immediately and implementing how to work it into their other applications. And Google is doing this too, but they haven't done it yet. So Microsoft is way ahead of them, not having the same kind of all eyes on them that I think Google does, and they're not making a lot of the same mistakes. At least it's not being publicized when it happens, if it's happening. So I'm all of a sudden quite blown away that Microsoft is alive again. And how long has it been since we've used them as a legit competitor in anything other than an operating system?
Well, I think about years ago when Wikipedia rolled out and Wikipedia started to make its splash. And I read a great article, and it's kind of similar to "Don't believe everything you read on the internet, folks." And it's like, don't believe everything you read on Wiki. I mean, there is some truth, and I think about it in the sense of B2B marketing. Again, we've talked about this a few times now in the sense of using these AI, whatever, Bard, ChatGPT, Bing, as a tool.
It's a tool.
It's a tool. Leverage this tool to save you some time and create some efficiencies in your day. We have encouraged, I don't believe we've told everyone, our listeners, this, Roop. We've encouraged / mandated that all Littlefield employees are in some sort of AI experience.
Exploring it for their area.
Yeah. What does this mean for a copywriter? What does this mean for a Chris Kaiser? Now that I'm talking about it, I think we have brought this up before. But it's really important that we embrace this as a technological tool to find efficiencies in our day and still do great work via the knowledge that we have for our clients. Simple as that.
Yeah. And even, Rocco's even using it to kind of quickly understand complex topics or subjects that come through for clients. And, I think that kind of shorthand or shortcut ability is the tool part, but he still has to implement it, right? He has to use the tool to understand the concept, and then he has to implement a human layer to that makes sense for the client, makes sense for the product, makes sense for the service, makes sense for us, whatever the case may be. And eventually these kinds of mistakes that we're seeing out of Bard and Bing and all that will start to fade. We'll see less of them because it will get better and it will get smarter. But I think we're always going to need to be kind of wary of trusting it to 100%.
What I think about Tara from a dental standpoint, we're working with a client that requires research, et cetera. Mm-hmm. We're in this world now where most people believe everything that they see or read or hear on the internet being social media, could be, AI, whatever it might be.
Are you about to talk about the Pope in the white coat?
Dude,
do you know about this?
That? Yes, yeah. I read about that this morning in the Hustle. I haven't seen the images yet, but that's interesting. But it's amazing what people are believing without in any way. And so Tara, sometimes she'll be in a mom text like, oh my gosh, like the so-and-so effects on your children for X. And Tara's like, where's the research?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think there's any primary research or literature. Okay, then that's just some mom's opinion, which isn't to be disvalued.
Is it even a mom or is it a robot?
Was it a robot? We don't know. Yeah, it was Tiffany over in San Francisco. We have no idea. So there is something like to be said, again, fact-checking, thinking like make this easy on yourself, but boy, there is an element that really has to be.
Critical thinking will continue to be a very necessary skill.
Great point.
And
points of views and it all the stuff. So,
but I do think it's funny that Google lost that much money off of a mistake they kind of called it themselves at the beginning of the year.
Or from a market valuation standpoint. So as we it's the end of March, we wanted to kind of hit on this topic just in general. Again, we were off last week, but we encourage you to dive in and embrace.
Go sign up.
Look, we've had some great conversations with some clients that are using it, and some for some fun personal things, some in the sense of work, and it's spurred some great conversations with our clients.
You're going to see on the little bits on Monday, little preview. I asked, I use Midjourney for image creation.
Nice. Yep.
And I asked it to create a Google Bard mascot.
Oh, nice. What did it come up with?
Well, you'll see it on Monday.
Oh,
so it's in a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love that. Yeah. That's great. Okay. Well, that is a wrap. Brandon, anything over there?
Brandon says no.
That 35-year-old man over there.
We have a third mic, and when it's not being used, we could just...
We would love to have you on here.
No, he's saying no.
That's okay. One day. Maybe for Brandon's 50th.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that'd be fun.
In what, 20 years?
It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Will I still be here? I don't know.
Roop, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sam. I appreciate it.
That is a big milestone. It's a great one. Roop was talking about some sentimental vibes he was feeling the last couple of days, but hey, 50. is the new 35. So you're the same age as Brandon.
Same age as Brandon. I love it.
All right, guys, have a wonderful week. For those in the Midwest, enjoy this beautiful weather coming. Spring has sprung. Yeah. It is.
Watch your allergies.
Watch your allergies. Yes, that's exactly right. We will see you next week. Until then.
Adios.
Bye-bye.